Would God use a cell phone to communicate with us if He were to return? Brought to you by God Quotes. Click like, subscribe, and get some spirituality in your day amid the viral videos that consume us. Do you know where your cell phone is? Are you sure it's charged? Have you updated your apps? Do you turn around and head back home if you forget it? Did you just check your battery? That's okay. So did I. Don't get me wrong, my cell phone is always within reach as well. To wake me, play music, tell me how to get someplace, capture pictures and video. Yet I rarely reflect on how much influence it has on my life until recently. Is this where we need to spend our time? Is this how we should be communicating with one another? What does this replace that was not already available to me before? A recent article that I read stated that we are in fact living in a parallel universe. This virtual universe that can take all the time we have, overwhelm us with visual stimulation, and disconnect us from the real world, people, faith, and most importantly, God. The internet age, or information age, is relatively new to us, and we are only 20 years into a world filled with an overload of information, multitasking, head down, disconnected environment, and one-word answers. Take for instance the car. When first created in 1886, they did not have seatbelts and were not introduced until the late 1940s and early 50s. Even then, it was only an option. Now, we don't think twice about putting on a seatbelt. Keeps us safe from injury, death, and we have faith that it will keep us safe. Are we walking around with cell phones that have no seatbelt? Not to say that phones will have seatbelts in the future. However, it is likely that we will or should adjust how we use them in our daily lives. Now ponder this question. Would God use a cell phone to communicate with us if He were to return? At first, this statement may be easy to answer for some. Matthew chapter 6, verse 21. For where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. What we treasure, we worship. What we spend our time doing and thinking about shapes and molds us into the people we are. What happens to our faith in God and each other when we spend hours gazing at the light of a screen that cannot speak to us, love us, or understand what's going on inside of our souls? How does it change us now? How will it affect how we are in the future? Much like a fish swimming in a clear lake, looking for food, yet worried if the food they seek is from something unseen that can hurt them. Some fish, not all, will look at a lure, fly, or bait before grabbing it, seeming to wonder, is this real or not? Others just hit the bait and hope for the best. Are we just fish, eating false food, false facts, and falsehoods that cloud our environment, without really taking a long look at it and wondering if it's real or if it's even needed? Should we slow down the next time the new upgrade for the iPhone arrives? Slow down before snapping that picture or video. Slow down before posting and gleaming through other posts. Limit our one-word responses that seem to mirror a response to a tweet or Facebook post. Thumbs up, happy face, sad face, such a good picture, heart. Are our interactions with each other becoming all too brief and common, just like the ones we have on social media or text messages? Are we too quick to judge and say harmful things because we don't look into the eyes of the person we are belittling and judging? John chapter 1, verse 12. I have much to write you, but I do not want to use paper and ink. Instead, I hope to visit you and talk with you face to face so that our joy may be complete. The Bible reminds us to not write, type, comment, or hit thumbs up, but to meet in person, face to face, so that our joy may be complete. Remember what it feels like when you see a person you have not seen for a while, and you can look into their eyes, tell them you have missed them, tell them how you feel, embrace in conversation and hug. It truly fills a heart and soul to be with a friend or family member. Life can pass us by in an instant. Do we really want to have it pass us by with our heads down? Or should we make the choice to pick our heads up, look into the eyes of others, express ourselves with words spoken to them and not just shared in a post? Once they are gone, we cannot reach out to them. However, we can have faith that someday we will be reunited in heaven. So back to the question, would God use a cell phone to communicate with us if He were to return? I, for one, do not know for sure. However, I have faith that if he did, it would only be to say he looks forward to seeing me in person so that we could visit and talk face to face so that our joy may be complete. Make your joy complete. Have faith, pray, and go have a conversation face to face without the aid of your cell phone, unless you're calling to say, "On my way to see you." May God make your joy complete, my brothers and sisters, always. For more videos, click here or here, and to subscribe, click here.